Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are going to be learning how to cut this beautiful stylish bustier blouse. So if it's something you would love to learn, do well to watch to the end, like, share and subscribe. So let's get right into the main video. I'm going to rule a starting line here, which is going to serve as our shoulder line as well. So from there I'm going to come down to take my vertical measurement. From my shoulder to my bust point is 9.5 inches. I'll mark that and then extend the point across. Then from the shoulder line again, I'm going to come down to mark my under bust length. From my shoulder to my under bust is 12 inches. I'll mark that and extend the point across as well. Then from the shoulder line again, I'm going to come down to mark my waist point. From my shoulder to my waist in front is 16 inches. I will mark that and extend the point across as well. Then from the top line again, I'm going to come down to mark the blouse length. So I'll be using 24 inches as the blouse length. It depends on what you want. You can do more than 24 or less than 24. All right, I'll go ahead and extend the point across. So I'll go ahead and label my lines. This is my full length, this is my waistline, this is my under bust line, and this is my bust line. I'm going to come to the shoulder line, divide my shoulder by 2. My shoulder is 15 divided by 2 is 7.5. I'll mark it right there. At that point, I'll come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope. I'll come here to mark my neck width of 3 inches. I'll connect from the shoulder slope all the way to the neck width. I'm going to come down to mark my neck depth of 3 inches, though we'll not be needing this neck, but we are going to use it as a guide. So I'm going to connect from the neck width all the way to that point. The next thing is to mark the chest line. How to get your chest line: divide your bust by 6, add 1.5 inches to the measurement, and I got 7. I'm going to extend that point across. So on my chest line, I'm going to mark my shoulder measurement here to have a straight line from up. I'll connect from the shoulder slope all the way to the point I just marked on the chest line. I'm going to come to this line here, divide what I have here into 2 to get the midpoint. The midpoint of 7 is 3.5. I'm going to mark it right here, and I'll go in at that point by half an inch. I'll come to the chest line, divide my bust circumference by 4, and I'm going to connect all this point all the way to the shoulder slope to have my armhole like this. The next thing is to mark our dart. To get your dart, you are going to divide your nipple to nipple measurement by 2. That is your bust span. My nipple to nipple measurement is 7 divided by 2 is 3.5. I'm going to mark it on all these lines from the chest line all the way to the full length. I'll go ahead and connect all these points together with a straight line. I'm going to come to my shoulder slope here, divide what I have here into equal halves to get the midpoint. I'll connect from there to the shoulder slope this way, from the chest line to the shoulder slope. I'll come to the under bust line here. On the center front, I'm going to mark ½ inch. Then on the side front, I'm going to mark 1 inch. But if you're a plus size person, you can mark 1 inch on both sides. Then I'll come to the waistline. I'll mark the same thing. On the center front, ½ inch. On the side front, 1 inch. And I'll connect the point with a straight line. I'm going to come down from the waistline by 5 inches. I'll come down from the bust line by 1 inch or so, and I'll connect the point. I'll connect from the under bust to the 1 inch here, and I'll do the same thing on this side. Connect from the under bust with my curve rule to that 1 inch. I'll connect from here to the 5 inch we came down, and this is what we have. The next thing is to determine where you want your off shoulder to start from. You can decide to come up from the chest line by 3.5 inches, but I want to come down from the starting line by 5 inches. Though I later reduce it, I will extend the point across. So I'm going to reduce it to 4 inches. So I'll come down from the starting line to, not from the shoulder slant, from the starting line, I'm going to come down by 4 inches, and I will extend the point across. So this is the one we'll be working with. I'm going to clean the first one we marked. Like I said, it depends on how you want your off shoulder to be. You can do lower than this. You can do 5 or 6 inches. All right, so I'm going to tighten up this place so that it doesn't gape by ½ inch on both sides of this line, and I'll connect back into the original line with my curve rule this way. And this is it. The next thing is to impute our round body measurement. We've marked our bust measurement. I'll add my sewing allowance to it. I'll come to the under bust, mark my under bust measurement, replace the dart intake, and add my sewing allowance. I'll come to the waistline, mark my waist measurement. I'll replace the dart intake, and then add my sewing allowance. I'm going to come to the full length and mark my hip measurements here. I'm going to add extra 3 inches to the measurement, because if you look at the thumbnail, it is very free at the hip area. All right, so it depends on how free you want it. You can do more than 3. At most you can do 3.5 to 4 inches. All right, then I'll just connect this way. So this is basically it. The next thing we are going to do now is to mark our bust dart. And to mark your bust dart, this is the difference you have from your shoulder to your waist in front and back, and mine is 1.5 inches. I'm going to come down by 1.5 inches from the bust line, and I'll connect back into the bust line like this. We are going to cut this out. The next thing we are going to do right now is to create that slit we have in front. So I'm going to come in from the center front here by 1 inch on the hip line, and then I'm going to come down from the waistline by 4.5 inches. It depends on where you want the slit to start from, and I'll connect this way. And this is basically it for the front. I'll go ahead and cut out. Make sure to close down your bust dart before cutting out. So this is what we have. So if you look at the thumbnail closely, you discover that we have like a dart manipulation around the waist area. So you just come to the waistline and connect all the way to the center front on that where that slit start from, and connect from there all the way to that point and cut it out. So you're going to have like another material joined to the upper bodice. All right, but if you don't want to start from the waist exactly, you can just come down from the waist by 1 inch, and you're just going to connect from there all the way to where your slit start from in front on the center front like this, and you're going to cut that part out. By the time you cut it out, you're going to join another fabric to it to have that effect that you see on the thumbnail. All right, but if you don't want that, you can just leave it this way. But if you want to recreate what you see on the thumbnail exactly, you can just cut it out and then join another fabric to get that effect. And that is it for the front. We'll keep this aside. For the back, I have my zipper allowance of 1 inch here, my bust line, waistline, and the full length. So I'm going to come to the shoulder line, mark my shoulder measurement here. I'll come down by 1 inch for the shoulder slope. I'll come here to mark my neck width of 3 inches. I'll connect from the shoulder slope to my neck width. Make sure all your measurements are taken after your zipper allowance. I'll come down to mark my chest line using the same formula we use for the front, and I will extend the points across. On the chest line, I'm going to mark my shoulder measurement here, and I'll connect from the shoulder slope all the way to that point. I'm going to come to this line, divide it into 2 to get the midpoint. I will go in by 1/2 inch at the midpoint, and then come here to mark my bust circumference divided by 4. I'll mark it on the chest line. Then I'll connect the point to form my armhole. The next thing is to mark my dart. Divide your nipple to nipple measurement by 2. I'm going to mark it on all the lines, all the way to the full length. And I'll connect all these points together with a straight line. I'm going to come to the waistline, mark 1/2 inch on both sides of this line. I'll come down by 5 inch from the waistline. I'll come down from the chest line by 1 inch, and I'll go ahead and connect my dart. The next thing, I'm going to come here, divide what I have here into 2 to get the midpoint, and then I'll connect from the midpoint all the way to the chest line this way. So I'm going to come down to mark where I want my blouse to start from, just the way we did for the front, and I will extend the point across. I'll go ahead and impute my round body measurement. I'll add my sewing allowance to the bust line. I'll come to the waistline, mark my waist measurement, replace the dart intake, add my sewing allowance. I'll come to the hip line and mark my hip measurement, and then add extra 3 inches to the measurement, just the way we did for the front, and I'll connect my point together. I'll come to the zipper allowance. I'll mark 1/2 inch here, and I'll connect it. This is to prevent a zip from bulging after sewing. I'm going to cut this excess out. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out. I'm going to tighten up this place here so that it doesn't gape also. I'm going to mark 1/2 inch on both sides of this line, and I'll connect it back into the original line this way. So this will prevent our blouse from gaping around that area. So this is basically it for this tutorial. If you find this video helpful, do well to like, share, and subscribe. If you have watched this point, you have not subscribed, please do well to subscribe. Subscription is totally free. If you have any question, do well to drop it in the comment section, and I'll attend to it. Thank you so much for staying tuned, and I will see you in the next video.